Welcome to the Max Diet Plan. Let's first have a look at your weekly routine. Now, roughly in your weekly routine, these times obviously you'll have to adjust so they fit into your life. But this is roughly what you want to be doing every day. You wake up in the morning. The first thing you want to do is to have your hydrator, basically around about a pint of warm water with a pinch of sea salt and a pinch of lemon. This will help to cleanse the liver and to boost hydration for your body by having the sea salt, which helps to balance the electrolytes. The idea for the warm water is it helps with hydration faster, because if it's too cold, it sits in the stomach until the stomach heats the water up, which can give you that very heavy feeling in your tummy. So ideally, you're going to have warm water is the first thing you do. The next thing you do on an empty stomach is you exercise for 7 minutes. Now, you'll either be doing the HIIT exercise routine or the bodyweight one. Either way, it's the same process. So for example, if you wake up at 6:30 a.m, you get your boiling water and your cold water, pinch of sea salt and a squirt of lemon. You then get your routine ready. You do your HIIT or your bodyweight exercise for the full 7 minutes, giving it everything you got to boost your metabolism. The next thing you want to do is have breakfast. Now, for example, on Monday, you'll see breakfast is in the routine, but on Tuesday, it isn't. I'm going to explain this in more detail in a second, but on Monday you may have overnight oats or you may have a healthy smoothie of some kind. It's important at this point to have some version of carbohydrates to replenish the lost glycogen in your body from the exercise, also from the night time. Your body's going to use the energy up just to survive. And you'll notice after this, around about 10 and 11, it wants to be about 2.5 to 3.5 hours after breakfast, you want to have your first snack. This could be a green apple and a handful of nuts. Next, it's your lunch recipe. So lunch wants to be something healthy, and as many vegetables you can get in there, the better. High in protein as well to help satiate the body and to boost metabolism. Lunch should be the biggest meal of the day because that's when your metabolism is at its most efficient. Then, between around 2 and 4, we want to have our second snack. Again, a piece of fruit and a handful of nuts can work. And then as early as we can, between 6 and 7, we want to have a light dinner, which is going to be very light on carbohydrates. So this entire recipe approach does seem like a lot to have prepared, but it's relatively easy when you get into the pattern and when you watch the other videos explaining how to prepare your snacks, your breakfast, lunch and dinner. Now, back on to Tuesday and Thursday, you'll see the word fast during breakfast and snack. This is important because when you don't eat for about 16 hours, your body can access and burn more fat. It also helps to clean your liver faster and boost your metabolism. So you should notice faster results in fat loss in particular when you do intermittent fasting during the week, as long as you don't do it every single day. It's important to make sure your body follows this pattern during the week, as it will help to regulate everything from your hormonal function to your body's ability to lose weight or to have steady energy during the day. One variation to this is on Saturday, you'll see the word cheat for dinner. It's important to have a calorific dinner, so calorie dense foods. This could be high in sugars and high in fats. It should be a cheat meal and you should go higher with your calories and higher with your carbohydrates on this day. Now, this is quite important as it can help to boost your metabolism and ensure that you get great results in fat loss over time because of the boost in your metabolism. You see, what happens is when people starve themselves and they eat less calories, their overall metabolism starts to slow down. And as it slows down, it becomes less efficient at burning fat and losing weight. And having this high calorie dense cheat meal helps to reset the body, reset the metabolism, and ensure that you get results again and again and again, week after week. So it's important to keep that cheat meal on a Saturday and as part of your routine. So let's have a look at the actual meals and snacks. This is for below 65 kilograms in weight. So roughly it's been worked out for the appropriate level of calories if you're 65 kilograms and less, but you can eat to what your body physical requirements feel for you. So for an example, we have 6:30 to 8, this is breakfast time. It's important to have some version of carbohydrates, some version and quite high in fiber, and ideally some fruit in there as well to help boost the body, to energize the system, to replenish the glycogen, and to give you the energy you need to start your day properly. Overnight oats is a great example. So you'd prepare this the night before. You'd have 60 grams of oats, you have a cup of berry, some yogurt thrown in there, and it all mixed together with a little bit of milk or almond milk or soya milk if you need. This breakfast is a good breakfast. It's easy to do, and if you use the berries, then the fruits of the berries release into the actual overnight oats, and they taste quite sweet in the morning. So it's quite a nice thing to do as long as you're keeping it covered overnight, because any exposure to air, to light or heat kills the nutrients inside those berries. So you want to make sure that it's wrapped up and it's covered so it's not depreciating during the evening. For example, here's a look at the morning snacks. So you'll see everything from a bounce ball if you're in a hurry, through to carrot and hummus, and even apple and almond butter. So let's have a look at apple and almond butter. What you do is you cut up a green apple, ideally a green apple because it has high levels of pectin, which is non-soluble fiber, which helps with digestion and is known as a prebiotic. So helps with overall gut health and with cleansing the body. You have 2 tablespoons of almond butter with this one, and what you do is you literally just, with the slices, dip them into the almond butter, and that's your first snack. So it's relatively light, very healthy, very well balanced, and very good for your body and very good for your gut. So lunch. Lunch, we want to try and keep it as simple and efficient as we can. So we'd have, for example, 60 grams of lean cooked chicken, which is about 1 chicken breast, a handful of lettuce, some tomatoes and carrots. So you don't have to be limited on this. You can just throw them in there as much as you like. And then half a cup of mixed beans or brown rice, quinoa, any of these types of things. You want to go for a whole grain type carbohydrate because it's higher in fiber, healthier for your body, and it's a slower release of energy for your system. But I would suggest you alternate your proteins. If one day you have chicken, the next day you may have a fish, and the next day you may have turkey, or you could even have red meat once or twice per week as well. The key though is to make sure you're always alternating the nutrients so your body gets different micronutrients from the food you're consuming. So looking at the afternoon snacks, so you may want to go for the Greek berry, for example. This is a full fat yogurt with fruit mixed in. Now the full fat is important because it slows down the absorption of the sugars and keeps your blood sugar levels quite level during the afternoon. So you won't get that dip if you have your afternoon snack. Let's have a look at dinner. Now dinner is quite similar to lunch, but there's a small variation. With dinner, you're going to have a smaller portion of carbohydrates traditionally. You don't have to every time, but ideally, if we want to keep the carbohydrates relatively low, what it means is your body will actually use the carbohydrates and the glycogen stores during the night. Then when you wake up in the morning and do your first exercise routine, your body will be using more fat as fuel for that workout. So you get slightly faster results in burning fat if you miss carbohydrates in your evening meal. For example, one of my favorites is to have a stir fry. So you could use king prawns with a mixed bag of stir fry. You mix it in, you want to put a little bit of water in there, a teeny tiny bit of oil, then herbs and spices that you like and you enjoy. This is quite light, it's quite filling because all the vegetables packing it out. It's relatively healthy and very low in carbohydrates. So this is a look at roughly what your day wants to be. So just backtracking that again, having a look at that, you may have overnight oats for breakfast. You may have apple and almond for your mid-morning snack. Then you have simple chicken with half a cup of healthy grains and mixed salad. Then for the afternoon, you may have a yogurt and some berries. And for the evening, you may have a version of a stir fry. All of these types of foods are relatively easy to put together and they meet the pattern that your body needs. Carbohydrates in the morning, a very big healthy lunch, low carbohydrates in the evening, and some snacks to keep your metabolism high and your energy and your insulin very level during the day. Now, of course, if you're slightly heavier, then all you would do is just adjust the portion sizes. For example, with your oats in the morning, it's going to be 80 grams of oats instead of 60 grams of oats as previously suggested. So the portion sizes in the 65 to 80 kilogram range are just slightly bigger. And then again, if you're above 80 kilograms, then the portion sizes also go up a little bit higher to match the amount of calories your body needs. Hope that helps and good luck.